Hello, my friends. Welcome to a new podcast. You are the beloved. This is your Pastor Yeti. God needs me as much as I need God. Sounds abstract, especially if you look in this world. There's so many things that don't fit together. But we have a choice. God made the choice. And we have a choice. And God is stable. And in our unstableness, God will bring us back to balance. Because as much that God needs me, so as much as I need God. And that is for all of us. It might sound strange, but God wants to find me as much as, if not more than, I want to find God. And yes, God needs me as much as I need God. God is not the patriarch who stays home, doesn't move, and expects his children to come to him, apologize for their aberrant behavior, beg for forgiveness, and promise to do better. To the contrary, he leaves the house, ignorant his dignity by running toward them, pays no heed to apologize and promises of change, and bring them to the table richly prepared for them. I am beginning to now see how radically the character of my spiritual journey will change when I no longer think of God as hiding out and making it as difficult as possible for me to find him, but instead as the one who is looking for me while I am doing the hiding. So as much as I have to learn in awareness, I'm speaking to you that we also have to grow in awareness that God wants a whole life, not just part of it. It is not enough to give just so much time and attention to God and keep the rest for ourselves. It is not enough to pray often and deeply and then move from there to our own projects. To turn to God means to return to God with all that I am, that we are, and all that I have, that we have. I cannot return to God with just half of my being. So if I reflect and the beautiful story is the prodigal son, and tried to experience myself in the embrace of the Father, I suddenly felt a certain resistance to being embraced too fully and totally. God wants to bring us to a deeper awareness, because I think the picture of the prodigal son is not always clear, because we have that son who is so disappointed, who lived his whole life with the Father and still don't get it. That man who destroys everything what was given to him from his father still accepts him. And that is the image and the presence, the omnipotence presence of God. God is a jealous God. And we also have to come to that understanding that God wants it all of us. Because we are his people. We are the beloved. In all our distractions, God wants to bring us back. We lose time in all these distractions. We lose time if we're not focused and our eyes are not on Jesus. And over the years, and probably as we think about our lives, but also about our friends, I have come to realize that the greatest trap in our lives is not success, popularity, or power, but self-rejection. Success and popularity and power can indeed present a great temptation, or present a great temptation. But their seductive quality often comes from the way they are part of the much larger temptation to self-rejection. When we have come to believe in the voices that call us worthless and unlovable, then success, popularity, and power are easily perceived as attractive solutions. The real trap, however, is self-rejection. As soon as someone accuses me or criticizes me, as soon as I am rejected, left alone, or abandoned, I find myself thinking, well, that proves once again that I am nobody. I'm giving you an example, and believe me, you will find it so true that your thinking sometimes goes that way too. Self-rejection is the greatest enemy of the spiritual life because it contradicts the sacred voice that calls us to beloved. Being the beloved constitutes the core truth of our existence. So, my friends, a lot to think about and to pray for. You are chosen. You are blessed. And you are loved. Don't forget. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. This is your Pastor Yeti.